Welcome everyone to the Study Prep Guys Chill Zone or the Study Prep Guys Csec. It is nice to be back with you again for this video. This will be the third segment of a three segment video. We did two other videos, part one and part two, covering off the 2023 paper two for office administration. All right, guys. So hopefully I'm up to date with you, and hopefully from those two videos you have a more comprehensive understanding of what office administration is, and to give you a bit of recaps for you guys who are just wanting to recap to make sure that you know what you need to know. Right. So without further ado, now let's move on to a more subversive, I would like to call it, or a more advanced class. We will move 2024 paper, the 2024 May June. Make sure this thing is in good. I don't know what's going on there. Guys, give me a second. All right, good. It's back on. So for today, we'll be working, or tonight, I would like to say, because right now we are making this video, it is quite late, and I will try to make this video an hour or 2 hour long, but I don't really want to go over that limit. That's why I made 3 segments show the day, as I wanted. Wait, this is chemistry, it's not thing. Let's know. Let me find the documents. Just give me a second, guys. OA pass paper 2. I did heard a comment that someone said they could not find the documents or something like that to the OA paper 2. Honestly, guys, it is not that difficult. Wait, I think I actually find the OA January 2 for 2025. Let's see if you could download that. Let's see if you could download that if possible, because I think these documents kind of confidential in a sense. I'm trying to download it. I don't know what's going on there. Up for you. All right. I just think we found the 2025 documents. So instead of working the 2024 one, we'll try to do both. I don't know if it's possible, but I try to work the 2025 because that will be more in relation to what we're going to be brought, or what will be bring to us basically. So we'll try to work the January 2025 paper 2 for us, and then we'll come back to that. So hopefully you guys understand what I mean by that. So let's get back to the video in hand. This video will at least be an hour or close to an hour long. So hopefully you're prepared, you have the stamina to actually do that. You see what is going on here. So this is in relation to the other notes. So Csec 2025 Jan notes. This is some notes that we will be taking while we are. So it says upload. Let me just see if we could upload 5 documents quick, because I don't know. I don't want to stay here long. I really want to get this document, and this document, they don't just give it free. They just don't give it freely. I don't know why they don't just want to give us the document free. But if you love videos like this, if you like videos like this, guys, subscribe, hit the notification bell, subscribe to the Study Prep Guys growing channel. We are at least at 411 subscribers on our main channel. We are about to reach 500. At least I want to reach 1,000 at the end. We'll see if that's possible. We'll try to make it possible. So let's just look at some documents that I just have around the place that we could use. Little Black Boy, Sonic Compose analysis. Let me see, that is one document. So you could find another document that they may want. Thing random, because I have a lot of documents on like irrelevant information. One, let's see, so much I think it's supposed to be 5. I don't really want to give description, because they want to have description of the documents and all of these things. I don't really want to put in all of that. I think we only have to put in one more. I think the minimum is 5 documents. business cognate. Yeah, that was supposed to one. Let's see, one. No, you have uploaded 0 of the 5 requirements. What submit? I submit this one. Submit that one. Dots, and dots. Hopefully, we could finally get this document. I honestly, guys, I haven't worked the 2025 January one yet. I haven't worked the 2025 Jan yet. You see, download the PDF. We're getting it, guys. We're getting it. We're getting it. We're getting it. Hopefully, let me see. Close up. Yes, we have gotten the 2025 Office Administration documents. I don't even know if anyone worked it yet. I don't know if anyone on YouTube have worked it 2025 January, but tonight we'll be working that. Let me just edit the description a bit on our channel. I have to edit description a bit, guys, because how it is. Let me just edit while we're here. 2025 John. 2025 John paper 2. I just have to edit the initials a bit because I actually found the document. I didn't even think it was actually able to find this document, like literally. So for the meantime, let's just wait for the documents to load. Let's just chill a bit and let's wait to see it loading, and we'll go into it as soon as we can. Let's see if we could find it. I could actually find the 2025 documents. It's still half weird here. Wait, let me set up Alexa. Um, my Alexa is not coming up. Alright, good. It's near downloading there, guys. So for the meantime, let's just wait for the document to actually download. But for now, let's do some. Let's just chat. Chat, where are you guys? Where are you? Type in the comments below. Where are you from? Are you from the which country? Trinidad, Barbados, Guyana. Where are you guys tonight? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you right now? Are you in your room? Where are you right now, chat? Where are you right now? Where are you? And guys, to be honest, guys, I really love all the support right. Shan, Jamaica. Shout out to Jamaica. Fully, how you're doing, guys? How are you doing? Tonight we'll be working the 2025 January past paper. I don't believe anyone has worked it yet. It's still downloading, so let's chill, guys. Shout out. Tell me where you're from. Are you from Guyana, Jamaica? I just got one from Jamaica. Big shout out to Jamaica. I wish you all the best on the CSEC tomorrow. Tomorrow. Must be probably worried, but don't be worried, guys. If you hit this, if you hit to watch this video, you will be prepared. You will be ready at the end of this class. And if you haven't got, if you're not getting a grade 1, at least you get a grade 2. So ones and some grade 2 people, we are here to focus, right? We're not here to laugh and skin teeth, as they say in the Caribbean, skin teeth. So guys, how are you doing? Tonight will be a good night. Tonight will be a joyous night. Tomorrow will not be a day when you go in the exam and you're saying, I don't understand this. It's difficult. It's hard. That's not what we want. We want you to go in the exam. I want you to go in the exam prepared, ready for any question that they will throw at you. All right. So hopefully you're doing good. Shout out to Jamaica. Shout any other country. Type in the chat, guys. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This will be a very spontaneous live stream today. This will be a very spontaneous stream for today. Hopefully you stay in tune, you stay in touch, guys. Don't be afraid. Type in the comments below what you think. Recently we had the English paper 2. and the social studies. The social studies, I did the social studies exam today. I looked through the document. I will post a video to that. But from looking at it, it was very easy. And a lot of children saying that the geography question was very difficult. And if anyone in the chat right now that did the January social studies paper two, not June, May, June, the 12th, it was today, self. If it was difficult, if it was hard, I want to hear your opinions in the comments below, guys. So for the moment, we're waiting for the 2025 paper two for office administration to load. And some things that people always tells me a lot of the time is, will how will the paper come? And honestly, guys, the only thing I could say is I don't know, because for the principle of accounts or the POA documents or the POA paper two, I was projecting that they will bring some nice trial balance. Yes, I did some bring some trial balance in cash book and what's not. But when I looked on further, they bring some things that we literally did not expect. I did wanted to make some preparation videos for the POA back then, a couple of weeks ago, but due to certain circumstances, I was not able to actually make that happen. So let's wait. Let's keep on waiting. Guys, shout out. Where are you right now? Where are you right now? Where are you? So let's take a look at the office administration syllabus. The office administration syllabus. So let's look at the office administration syllabus and topics while the document is loading. So let's take a look at it. And to be honest, guys, office administration, just to tell you something right out there, for you guys who are writing it tomorrow and you feel worried, you feel anxious, you feel stressed, I'd just like to tell you from personal experience, from working a lot of years, that from what I could see, you just need some a bit of common sense and a lot of practice. Right? A common sense alone in office administration will get you at least a grade 3 to a grade 2. But if you want to push to grade 1, you need some practice, guys. You need some practice. And for tonight, we will have practice. You'll have practice at the end of this video. You will have practice in office administration so that you will be willing to work it. And honestly, guys, I did talk to someone. I do have a friend that wrote the 2025 January, and they said at least from what they told me, they say it was like in between. It was in between being difficult and being not difficult in a sense, but nonetheless, we still need to practice. All right. We did talk a lot about in our last two other videos about we did go into some essential concepts and if you guys don't understand it fully, if you don't understand something fully, don't be afraid, guys. Tonight is the last night for preparations. You could tell me your ideas, some questions that you personally have. I will make it my duty to address whatever issues or whatever questions that you may have. So let's look at the section. So section 1 is about office orientation, communication. We have different communication styles such as telecommunication. We have social media networks and recruitment and orientation. And this really falls into line in duties of the clerk and stuff like that, records and information management. And I did make a video on logistics. And when we talk about record information management, we talk about the complex inner workings of the organizations, and there are 5 major departments for that, right? So before the document actually loads, let's do some brainstorming or some little bit of a preparation before we actually work the 2025 January paper 2. So let me just pull out this notebook here, guys. 2025 January notes. In terms of communication, let's look at some communication methods. We could just jot down our points so that when we're going to answer now, we have a bit of an idea what we should put in. Not a really bit of an idea, but I just want to put this out there so you guys could learn while I'm answering questions, right? I just don't want to answer the questions and move on and you don't understand something. Guys, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to type in the chat what you don't know. And this is for your own sakes. Communication styles. There are a lot of different communication styles, such as telecommunication. We have telecommunication. We have Oral or face-to-face communication, face-to-face communication. Face-to-face communication, communication styles. We have telecommunication, oral or face-to-face communication, and then we have electronic communication. And electronic communication is like basically, if you look at the electronic communication and thing, it's basically under the same category. So telecommunication, oral and electronic communication. Electronic communication is more inclusive of, like, for example, social media networking. I know you guys out there have a WhatsApp. You have WhatsApp. You could talk to your friends about stuff, about what happened in school today, what happened in the exam. That's a form of electronic communication. All right. Oral or face to face, you talk to a group of persons visible in sight. That's oral or face to face communication. And we have telecommunication. Telecommunication now is when you have a big screen, you could talk to your bosses and employees from far away on basically a big screen. And a lot of businesses actually utilize this means of communication. And the good news is we have the documents now. It is loading in. It's loading in, guys. It's loading in. It's loading in. You guys ready? You ready? Are everyone ready? Is everyone ready for the January 2025 paper two? So hopefully you are ready to start this paper. You just change the orientation of this. So just note, this is the 2025 January paper two. So hopefully you're okay out there. Hopefully everything is all right with you. All right, guys. So it's the section I answer all questions in the sections in the section. The design of modern office should include adequate ventilation to ensure the air quality within the space. Outline two other factors that should be considered when designing an office space. So first of all, one of the major things that you need to consider when you're designing an office space is comfortability. Comfortability and the ventilation of the said environment. So ventilation of the said environment. So comfortability and ventilation of the environment, right? The environment cannot be ugly, it cannot be nasty, it needs to be clean. So two factors that would be considered when designing office is ventilation and comfortability of the environment or of the said environment. So that's the first question. So another factor that needs to be taken into place would be ergonomics. Ergonomics. Let me just put this up. I can give you a definition of what ergonomics is. Definition of what ergonomics is. So first of all, ergonomics is making the environment suits the worker rather than them adapting. So ergonomics and work efficiency. And another factor that they may need to take into account is the budget, right? Because when we're talking about businesses, we're talking about budgets. So some things that they should take into consideration. Just put up a new thing here. 2025 John answers or initial answers. So back with this here, it says outline two factors. Let me just think this out here. Good. Outline two other factors that should be considered when designing office space. The budget, and this is basic. The budget is the amount of money that they even have to make the office, because when you're doing a contract, they will give you a fixed amount of money, and you have to figure out how will I make this environment as comfortable, as ventilated as possible. And that's why we have ergonomics. We need to make sure that the environment is created for work efficiency and work productivity. So that's the answers for this one here for section I. Question one. If you guys have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. Right. Let's move on to the second section. Describe how each of the following types of equipment will contribute to efficiency in the office. Multimedia projector. Um, it increases work efficiency by the spreading of information. And this is only worth 2 marks. You don't really need to do a lot of elaboration. It increases work efficiency by spreading information across in an understandable, and workable, and efficient manner. Let's utilize an example. And something that I use a lot when I'm answering these questions is something called PPE. And this is something that a lot of people don't know when it comes to this. And I want you to embed this thought into your mind. PPE. What is PEE? Point, no, it's PRE. Sorry for that, guys. Point, reason, and example. Point, reason, and example. PRE. PRE or pre, right? Point, let me just put this out. Point, reason, and example. And this is the secret formula to answering questions. And I did make a video on how to answer thing effectively, answering questions effectively. So this is something that you could do when you're answering questions. So I state the point: multimedia projector increases work proficiency by the spreading of information across an understandable and efficient manner. And then we will give an example. For example, in the case of presentations, making it simpler to understand. Making it simpler to understand in a business setting. Yes, so that is it for that. Hopefully you understand that. So guys, I'm telling you again, don't be afraid to use the chat. I want a very good chat tonight. I want a very good audience tonight. All right. So let me just take this out because some of you guys may not be seeing. Let me just take the initial answer for this. And just like that, we're already on our way to fulfilling this before the night's out. I just want to make it as fast as possible so I could move on to another paper at least before the night done. So for the year, we already worked 2023. We already worked the year 2023. And I really want to move on to the year 2024. So we could work 2023, 2024, and 2025 so that you are up to date. I don't know if it's even possible, but I might have to live stream all night. I don't even know, guys. I might have to push in a lot of work because I want you guys to pass. I want you to not fail, right? So something that you should take into account when answering questions is point, reason, example. I said multimedia projector increases work efficiency. I stated the point, which is multimedia projector. I give a reason why it is important or why it's effective, and then I give an example, and that is an point, reason, example, right? So if you answer your questions like this, they sound extremely smartable. They sound smart, they sound efficient, and they sound generally better, right? So we have that out of the way. Laptop computer. So we state our point, laptop computer generally improves the arithmetic structure, sector of the business by providing accurate information. For example, in the case of inventory management, so yes guys, we're cooking with gas. We with gas, everyone. We're cooking with gas. We are cooking tonight. You will destroy that paper tomorrow. Just put that up there so you guys could see. Put it on the new page. So laptop computer generally improves the arithmetic sector in the business, not the business. That just sounds kind of weird. In the business, by providing accurate information, for example, in the case of inventory management. So I state my point, I give a reason for that point, and then I give an example of it. And this is the format that you could answer every question in CSEC. Every question, literally. You just state your point, you state your reason, and then you give an example at the end, right? So hopefully that could give you a bit of an understanding of what you need to do when you're in CSEC tomorrow, right? So that is it for that. We're cooking. And let's read the instructions for this one. And I just want to say this, something that I really want you to take. Questions like this here always come. Always. If you look at it, 2023, I did work 2020. I worked all the recent years for 5 years. They always bring questions like this back over and over and over again. So you need, let me just highlight that, you need at least before this night ends, understand how to do this properly. All right. All right. So there's a vacant position. Let me just erase this here. So they said here, I'm just setting up my notebook so I could make sure everything is all right. There's a vacant position for sales clerk. Let me just put it TXZ. Is that TXZ Corporation? So that is it for that. Just put this in a different position. It's not moving. Anyways, let's leave it there for now. So they said here, there's a vacant position for sales clerk at TXZ Corporation. The position is said to be advertised internally. Assume you're administrative clerk in the HR department, human resource department. Write a general notice to be sent to all staff informing them of the vacancy. The notice should include the following. So since it's a memo, it's an internal, and this is a memorandum. Memorandum are internal documents. Memorandums are documents that are only shared in the business, so we don't have to do certain things, right? If we're going to send a letter outside of the business, we might probably have to do sender's address, but we don't have to do that now. All right. Well, and in a memorandum, everyone knows everyone. You're working with your fellow colleagues. There is not generally a need for that. So let's do that. Notice application for post. Christ, I forgot to put up this. I forgot to put this up. I forgot. Guys. For that, let's put up this. You guys could see what I'm doing, so I'm articulating properly. Let me put up that note. If you guys see that note, tell me in the chat. Did you see my notebook? You like my notebook? So the TXZ Corporate notice for application for post of sales clerk. Application for post of sales clerk. So yes, we have that out of the way. So we have our opening statement. Let's just put that in. The position of the said person, of the said employee, said job vacancy is available as of the 20th. I just making the random dates. 20th of June 2024. And that is our opening statement. Very simple. The position of the said job. Let me see the job position. What is job position? Assume vacant position for sales clerk. The said sales clerk. Sales clerk is not is available as of 20th of June 2024 and will expire on the let's think of a reasonable date. June, April. Um, let's think it in September. September 20th, 2024. All right, good. So we have our opening statement right off the bat like that. That is our opening statement. Let's look at some of the duties. So assume you're an administrative clerk in the HR department. All right, a general notice to be sent to all staff, informing them of the vacancy. The notice should include an opening statement to duties, right, for the position. So let's look at the duties now. Duties, and when we think of sales clerk, we think of inventory management, responsible for the management of essential documents in the business. So we have our first responsibility right off the bat like that. Another one of their duties could include the addressing of public relations as it relates to customers. And when we think of addressing public relations, we think of if for example, if an employee has an issue, they should address it. They should try to find a solution, which is basically in line with the HR department, right? Because the HR department really deals with addressing the concerns and or any belittlement or any issues revolving around the consumer and the employer, or the employee and the employer. Not really the consumer, but the employee and the employer. So addressing of public relations relates to the customers. Let me just put in the full date for September. September 2024. Yes, exactly. So we have our duties out of the way. Let's look at our skills. And I did not see they have any qualifications. Anyways, since they did not put in any qualifications, I believe they already know that everyone in the business, in the internal organization of the business, I think they don't believe or they don't think that any position in the business you could actually apply in the business and they send you this notice. You could apply immediately and get the job because you're in the business. People know that you are qualified for the job. People know that you are prepared for the job. So chat, how are D now? How are you? How are you out there? We are going 33 minutes long. Anyways, guys, let's move on. Don't sleep on me. Don't sleep on me now. I've made it this far. So we have our openings. We have everything in place. Let's look at some skills that they need. Skills, proficient in communication mechanisms. I'll just put in one skill. I did not really put in any fixed number you should put in. Proficient in communication mechanism must be a people person. So yes. Closing statement. And this is where you sign to actually show that you are ready for the job. If the said person fulfills the requirement, sign here. And I'll just put this as that to just show that they could sign right there. So this thing is all right. Fails the requirement, sign here. And if the said person does not sign here, put this back right here so that they could sign. So yes, this is the application of the TXZ Corporation notice application for post sales clerk. The position of the said job, sales clerk, is available as of as of, let me just take out the dot because that just sounds weird. As of 20th of June 2024, and will expire on again on September 20th, 2024. Duties include responsible for of the management or responsible for the management, both that be good, for the management of essential documents in the business, addressing of public relations relates as related to customers. Skills should include proficient in communication mechanisms, must be a people person. Closing if the said person fulfills the requirements, sign here, and if the said person does not, sign here. So yes, that is it. Let me just paste it right here. Just paste that there for reference. Oop, just like that. And guys, to be honest, this is my first time working this document, and I don't see it being that difficult. So if it's not difficult for me, I bet you could do it yourself. Right, guys? You could do it. Don't be afraid. You could. So this is it right here for me. Very basic. I did not over elaborate. And that's how we want it, right? Don't push yourself. Don't try to sound smart, or don't try to do things that you know you're incapable of doing. If you have to just use a little couple of sentences to make it easier for yourself, do so, because you could come back to that. You could come back to it. All right, you have a lot of time. Let's look at the time allocation. It's 2 hours, right? Least 5 to 10 minutes per question. Suggest two questions that a human resource might ask as the interview. Um, what are what are your general interests? What are your general interests? And if so, why? What are some other questions that y'all guys think that? What are some other questions y'all thinking of? So something that they might ask is, what is your general interest, and if so, why? What do you like to do, and why do you like to do it? What kind of feeling do you get from doing it? They might want to know what are your way of thought, your way of living, and stuff like that. Or a very basic question that they might ask is, why did you apply for this job? For this job in the first place. So it's only worth 2 marks. You just give two basic questions and we're right off the bat like that. Wait, that can't be everything. That's impossible. Oh yeah, back with this one for 2A. We have already answered question I. Identify 3 channels of communications that could be used in an office. Telecommunication. It could also be oral communication, or the electronic communication. So we have 3 points right there, right off the bat. Simple, move on. Line 2, advantage of including charts and graphs in a business report. It makes information more understandable. Information more understandable. It makes the information generally more understandable, and presentation process easier to explain. Easier to explain. So yes, we have that right off the bat. It makes the presentation process easier and generally easier to explain, because if you have graphs and what's not, it's more easier. Just think about it. If you have to present information on like 10%, Johnny by 10% bread and that, it's just a lot of effort. Instead of doing all that, you could just present it on a big graph or a big table or something presenting information, and just said, look, it's right there, right? And you don't have to do all that, right? You have to do all that. You could just say, look, it's right there. So another advantage of including charts, accurate presentation of information. So yes, accurate presentation of information. So that's 2 points right out the bat. Let's move on. guys, we'll come back to this. We'll come back to this because right, and I'll do another video on this tonight. I will do it. I swear I will do it. So stay in tune. I will have to take a little bit of a break, right? I will have to take a break, but I will come back. I will come back. Let's move on to the SD questions that just need a little bit of elaboration and stuff like that. So a well-functioning reception area can promote a positive image of an organization. List 4 ways in which a receptionist can maintain the reception area. General positive attitude. Let me just do some research, guys. And just type this in quick. Ways a receptionist can prepare reception area. Let's just take those 2 couple points right off the bat like that, and let's question. This is very weird, but anyways, let's put it in this. So they said here, some ways that they could or some ways receptionists can maintain the reception area is declutter, avoid food items, keep the floor area clean, and install essential amenities such as bins, tissue paper, and water dispensers. And I believe those points are very much self-explanatory. Stage 3 benefits of electronic reminder system instead of manual system. It does not require much effort, easier to utilize, compared to manual alarms. More accurate, just think of this. What you think, chat? What you think? Stage 3 benefits of using electronic reminder systems instead of manual systems. More accurate alarm systems that will go off automatically. Say yes. Anyways, guys, if you have your friends, guys, just call them up, tell them that the Study Prep guy is making videos right now on the 2025 January paper 2. We're already at page 11. We're already closing the document, to be honest. We're already closing the documents. So it says here, we'll answer this one more question, and I believe we'll take a close. Right? We'll take a close right here. See how long the video went on so far. We were on for 3 minutes. We gone a bit. So it says here for C, Mr. O'Neill Foster is the chief executive officer of a construction company. His executive assistant is responsible for maintaining his business diary. Assume you are the executive assistant. Use the following notes for the week commencing 26th of May to complete the diary provided on page 15. We'll be at a site meeting on Tuesday morning for 3 hours, followed by a presentation to the board of directors 2 days after. Let's just take down that information. So first of all, they just put it in order. Site meeting Tuesday, site meeting Tuesday for 3 hours, followed by a presentation for 3 hours. 3 hours. So followed by presentation to the boards of directors 2 days after the site meetings. So if this is the 26th of May, this is the first meeting, right? This is the 26th of May because they said it could commence on 26th of May for 3 hours, right? A presentation to the board of directors 2 days after the site meeting meets at 10 a.m. So if it's 2 days after, that will be meeting Meeting, we have to make sure that this information is accurate. Meeting at the what day did they put in again? 26, that is 2 days. Meeting at the board of directors at, so it's 2 days, so that's 27, 28, that will be 28th of May. They will have this meeting. So first of all, we have two dates in this. We have the first date being the side meeting Tuesday for 3 hours, the 26th of May, and meeting at the board of directors at the 28th of May. That will commence on 10 p.m. So Tuesday for 3 hours, 26th of May. On Monday, schedule a training session for 4 hours. Starting time is 11 a.m. with an hour for lunch. So let's see. So if this is Tuesday and we have, so we have Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. This meeting is actually on Thursday. So let's just put in that information. Thursday. This is a Thursday. So you guys understand what's going on? So they said here will be a side meeting on the Tuesday morning for 3 hours, followed by a presentation to the board of directors. So the side meeting began on Tuesday for 3 hours, 26th of May. All right. And they said meeting at the board of directors at May on Thursday. It will commence at 10. Let me just put in that information. 10 a.m. Right? 10 a.m. So starting time on Monday. So that this is on Monday. On Monday, I think it's training session hours. So if it's, let's see, the start time is 11 o'clock, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, and we have an hour lunch. So they will be there for 4 hours, consecutive hours. Will end at 4 p.m. And start at 11 hours. So we have our information right there. A presentation, the meeting, board of directors, they have meeting the board of directors, meeting at 10 a.m. So we have the data right there. The week meeting at 1 p.m. on Friday. That is 4 days after Monday, or 3 days. So the staff week meeting at 10 a.m. for 2 hours, or 1 p.m. staff meeting. So the staff meeting is for 2 hours. So if it starts at 1 o'clock, that will be at 3. Starts at 1 p.m. and ends at, so how much hours? 2 hours, right? So that they will end at 3 hours. So we have those couple points. Let me just put that in some bullet points so we don't get confused. A bullet that, bullet right here, bullet that right here, and yes. We have 4 points right down the dot. So we have those points out of the way. Now let's move on. So the final one. The meeting with the executive starts 2 hours before the staff meeting. The meeting with the executive assistant starts 2 hours. So this is on the same day. So staff meeting starts at Friday. Both of these things are the same day. Friday with the interview with the staff meeting, that is 1 p.m. and ends at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And they say here, this is another meeting entirely, that they have the meeting with executive staff, meeting with the executive staff. So they have a meeting with the executive staff 2 hours before. So if it starts at 1 p.m., that will be, let's deduce 12. That will start at 11. Will start at 11 and end at 1 p.m. So we have that. That's all the information that we need. The Minister of Education has requested that Mr. Foster's attend a breakfast meeting to discuss the proposed construction of the new school. Suggest the most suitable day and time for the meeting. So the first meeting is on Tuesday, and then we have Thursday the same week, Monday, and we have Friday. So if you take into account all the dates, the best time that they could actually do this is around Wednesday, right? The best date to Um, let's date for the meeting of the construction of a new school is Wednesday. Since there won't be any meeting in place. And to be honest, guys, there's a lot of different answers for this. CSEC did give you a lot of things that you could think into account. Just think this right here. So let's look back at the dates. So they had a meeting on the 26th of May, the 28th of May, which is on a Thursday. We have the fourth meeting on May on a Thursday, and then we have the second meeting Monday of the next week. And or they could actually do it Wednesday because there is no meeting, or they could do it Saturday or Sunday because of the weekend. So they could do it there too. Or they could keep the meeting. They could keep the meeting on a Saturday. So yes, that is our answers. Is everyone with me? Does everyone understand what's going on? We look at the dates. We did look at the dates accurately. Hopefully you guys are understanding what's going on. Yeah, guys, don't crank out on me. We have exams tomorrow. Anyway, so this is the initial answers for that. So let's put that back right there and let's move on. And that is everything for now, guys. I will do a later video on that. Anyways, guys, it's nice to be back with you on a video like this. I really do enjoy doing videos like this to prepare you. So hopefully from this class, you have learned a bit more than you once had before. I will make a full video tonight self. So guys, go take your breaks, go take your lunches, eat something, get your brains ready. We'll start back and we'll push through the rest of the paper tonight self. So anyways, guys, hopefully you stay prepared, stay prepped up, guys. See you guys on the next video. Shout out to you guys. Pre-prepared. We're going to live stream in the next hour or so. I will post it and you will see it. And guys, stay in tune, stay in touch, right? I wish you all the best. Anyways, guys, a big shout out to all of you guys. A big shout out to everyone. Really appreciate all the support. Love you guys. Stay prepared. Stay prepped up. The Study Prep Guy is out.